Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading all about the truth behind their actions. So, as always, get yourself into a receptive mode. If you need to know how to pick a card with your intuition, I have a video for that linked down below as always, but once you're in your receptive mode, you can pick your card. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Timestamps are provided down below for your card. I'll see you at your time. Alright, group 1, for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading about the truth behind their actions. We are going to dive into your specific person in mind's actions and, like I said, reveal some hidden truths about it. Because let's face it, everybody has a little bit of inner motivation, hidden motivations that they don't really share with other people, but that's what we're going to dive into today. So let's see what your Pick a Card Tarot reading has in store for us. So we have the Numinous, First House, and Capricorn. Okay, so I feel like this person right away is obviously working on themselves and taking some time to maybe search for the answers to the questions that they may have had throughout their whole lives. I don't know if they necessarily think this consciously when they do it, especially with the Numinous here. It's almost like they're being driven from a force larger than themselves, and especially with the first house, it's like the direction that they're going in. So with the Capricorn energy included with that, it's almost like these people are trying to get out of maybe a dark place, and in order to do that, it's like trying to really work on themselves. But I have a feeling that, like I said, these people aren't really aware of how much they need to work on themselves or how they're actually working on themselves through their experiences that they're going through right now. I think their perception may be a little clouded, and their view on life may just seem like they're just going through a lot of tough times, and they may not really see the light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm getting. There's an image that's coming to mind of somebody being kind of like stuck in like a bunch of weeds or something like that, just trying to like crawl their way out. Like if you're familiar with Harry Potter, when they get stuck in the devil's snare, like that's kind of like my brain, that's where it took me for this. So I feel like with this person, they're really dealing with their inner demons and just trying to find the light within themselves. But like I said, I feel like they don't know that that's what they're doing. But maybe that's the hidden truth that's behind all of this, is that they're working on themselves and really reversing the karma is what I'm hearing. So they're probably working through things that aren't really, I don't know, they're like bigger than them. Like I was saying, it's like karma, generational karma, etc. with Capricorn energy here. So let's see what more we have to offer here. So we have 8 of Bells. We have 8 of Tomes. Yeah, look, what was I just saying? Big transformative energy. These 2 8s here, that's definitely what's going on. They're trying to shake things up, but that 8 energy is also, it's inner power. It's an inner pull. To kind of like fight your inner demons and then come out on top. But in order to do that, it's kind of uncomfortable. But this 8 of Tomes energy is refinement, whereas this 8 of Bells energy is what I was talking about with that devil's snare imagery of like being kind of stuck looking for your own light. But there's so many outside forces that are probably picking at this energy, this person, and just kind of confusing them from really seeing, the hard work that they are putting in to things, into their goals. Because I feel like this doesn't really feel like it aligns for this person, whatever they're doing. It may feel like they're really dealing with a lot of bumps in the road rather than making a lot of accomplishments, which is very Capricorn esque. So yeah, I think this person, the hidden truth behind their actions is that they are really just being tossed around right now, honestly. And yeah, we still have some more cards though, so let me keep going. Let's see, we have the Magician and the Star. Big energy here with these two, about pursuing your dreams, but knowing that like there's more for you to kind of learn along the way of doing so. So I think this person, with their actions, they may seem to be kind of stuck to themselves, like in their own energy field, kind of doing their own thing, really only worried about themselves. They may have a little bit of a woe is me attitude with the 8 of Bells here, but at the same time, I think the truth behind their actions is, like I said, that they're working on themselves in a really confusing place. Like I said, it's just more of being attacked. And when you're coming from that place, how easy is it for you to really open up and for you to really connect on the depth that some types of connections need. And I feel like this person may be keeping things on a surface level within connections, and like through their actions, you know, they really maybe seem not to be as deep as what their energy is going right now. But I feel like that's because like they don't want to be in that place. They don't want to be in this dark energy. They want to keep things shallow because that's safe to them. So for whatever reason here though, with the Magician in the Star, it's almost like this person, they want to use their light for good and their energy for good, but like I said, there's something about not being able to really see how it's all working out for them that is kind of impeding their actions and their ability to really connect and give you what you may want out of this connection. Yeah, wow, I was just saying give you what you want out of this connection, and the heart of giving is in reverse. So yeah, this person is way too focused on themselves, really, like. And, you know, I can't say too focused because this is what they're meant to be doing. Like, especially with the numinous here, this is divine intervention. The Star, the Magician, this is them following their own path. But at the same time, like I said, they're acquiring so much information that's kind of like confusing them. Because the Star is a very intellectual energy. And as much as this energy shines, it also, you know, it's Aquarius. It doesn't like necessarily to be right in the spotlight. It, you know, draws energies from around it to kind of put it together. And so they feel like they're supporting a cause or something greater than them. So this person may often feel like they have to kind of keep things more serious and more like, I don't know, like more available to public perception. Something about this person is very aware of how they like come off and how they need to come off in certain situations. Like this Capricorn energy really wants to show itself clearly, like I said, as like a business professional, you know, the boss. And the Star, again, like I said, like Aquarius energy is like, I know all this information and I'm going to share it because I have a goal in mind. So this person isn't really sure of what their goal is. Like I said, they don't know why they're going through what they're doing. So their actions may be more held back and not as, I don't know, not as like open and like just straight what they're feeling. I guess like they're not putting it out there as much, and that can be really conflicting, I think, to people that want to connect with them and you know, really ground your relationship and see it blossom in the ways that you'd want it to. Because this person, like I said, they're focused on other things right now, so they're probably not really able to give you that extra energy. And that's kind of the truth behind everything, is like when you're so focused on yourself, you're going to do things better for yourself, and sometimes that requires you to pull back and just take care of your own energy. And that's very often what you see with Capricorn too. But something about these two together also just kind of tells me that this person is really going to follow their own path without any regards for, you know, like what happens along the way. There's something very unapologetic about Aquarius that you see with the Star energy, that it's like, I am going to just kind of be a part of things because I know I'm a part of things. And even if, you know, your 2 cents, this person's 2 cents at times isn't always appreciated, they still, you know, they're still just going to put themselves out there and do what they need to do in the way that they feel is secure and stable in a way. So kind of interesting how this person is almost trying to pull away from their own worries, it seems, and trying to like critique you, or maybe like try to seem like everything's fine. But I feel like, yep, this person with the Death in reverse, they are definitely going through a situation that they almost feel like they can't get out of. So it's like, how am I able to do anything else? Something that's a trait also about Capricorn that you see kind of presenting itself here is being overwhelmed by your duties, but not really recognizing that those are the duties you put on yourself. In the numinous first house, you know, it keeps coming back to this energy of just not being sure of how much weight and responsibility you took on. And like I said, some of this is generational. It's like family stuff. So it's like you can only be so aware of that until you're like working your way through it. But, you know, at times this person is too harsh to really, like I said, connect and maybe see things clearly from your point of view, because they're working so hard on trying to like figure out where they're coming from and what they're doing, etc., like what their goals are. But Magician here too, Death in between, the 8 of Tomes, it's like, I don't know, like I said, they're seeing the light, but they're finding it through their own pursuits. And if you don't align with that, they're not really worried about it, which it is what it is. I don't think that makes them a very popular person right now from what I'm seeing with the Six of Wands. So maybe just be a little gentle with this person and understand that they are kind of going through things that are making them a little more, I don't know, just like not the most favorable person with this Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, and it's funny because both of these people being on their high horse, you know, it's like, I'm going to die on my high horse, basically, is how this person used to be, but now they're not like that. And I think it's not something that they're okay with sharing, that they're kind of like cracking their exterior a little bit to get into this side that's like struggling and needs to figure out, you know, where to find hope and where they can, you know, help themselves. I think it's interesting that we have the Magician, which is number 1, as well as the Self. So it's like they got to figure out how they're aligning themselves. And if that means that they have to pull back, they're going to pull back. And that's the truth, honestly, here that I'm seeing. Because Page of Pentacles, yeah, it's like wanting to, as they always say, like ground connections in a physical way. But it's like at the very beginning stages. So I feel like this person has maybe realized that they can do a little bit more with their energy and maybe place it in different places that actually give them a sense of hope instead of this dutiful energy. But when they actually step back, I think, from their own worries and their own persona that they're putting up, I think they might actually see that, like, I don't know, like you can do that together with other people. So maybe this is like their truth too, is that they almost feel like they can't do this with other people because, like I said, they want to die on their high horse. So it's like not wanting to show other people that you can not be on your high horse. You know, you can be a regular folk and just be yourself. And, you know, some of this comes back to the Eight of Bells energy here. You know, you see both of these here being in reverse. So with this being what it is, it's like they aren't satisfied with having to pull back how they are, but they are doing it because they feel this dissatisfaction at the same time. It's almost like they just don't know where things are coming from, is also what I'm getting. Like they don't know where all of this weird energy is coming from. So if they feel like it's coming from other people, which is how it's probably going to start, and how it has started, they're going to pull back. They're going to retreat because it's like it's too much for them to really deal with. This is really interesting. This is a very, like, mental energy. However, you do see, like, quite a bit of, like, pentacles still, too. So I feel like this person is still, you know, probably grinding, probably, like, still doing their mundane stuff and really keeping on track with that and probably seeming unbothered about, like, their own disconnection or maybe what they're, you know, what they're going through. But that's, like I said, because they're confused and because they are just trying to figure it out for themselves before they really put another person into the mess. We have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So back of the deck being the Lovers in reverse, it's almost like I said, being in that messy energy, you have to find your own light. And this person is finding their own light through this, you know, trial and error that they're going through this like weird messy energy that they have to deal with. Now, I don't think that they're seeing it clearly right away right now. I think part of them is still trying to just be open, I think, to the energies of the unknown and to the mysterious elements of life because, you know, this year has been a really big turning point for a lot of people, just understanding more about the supernatural or just energies in general. And I feel like this person has definitely gone through that awakening. Maybe unconsciously, definitely unconsciously, honestly, but it's going to bring them to their ultimate fulfillment. So it's like, it's a slow but steady process for these people to come back around to where they can actually like emerge and be happy and be where they want to be. So I feel like, you know, this person might need you to wait on them a little bit if you're willing to, but at the same time, like I said, the truth behind their actions, and I just had this 5 of Wands pop out, is they are conflicted. They are literally so, just their head is muddy with so many different expectations, beliefs, broken fantasies, just like I said, duties, things that they feel like they need to fulfill, that it's almost like they can't even see the opportunities that are coming out of this. But I think over time, like I said, if you're willing to wait on this person, they'll eventually open up and will eventually start to show you the side of them that is able to, you know, reap rewards of their new set foundation, because that's kind of what they're building right here. And with the Daughter of Swords, 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, so 2 10s next to each other. I mean, they're headed towards very good stability and a very firm foundation. But, you know, with the pages we have here with the Daughter of Swords and then the Page of Pentacles, it's like you have to go on this new journey of, you know, self-refinement, of discerning, you know, what really is your thing to carry and what's not. And I feel like this person has gone through so much trial and error throughout their lives that they haven't really been able to ever see clearly and have that kind of peaceful state to really figure things out. And it's because they needed to figure it out within the darkness. And that's like a truth that they're trying to cope with right now. So if they're not really able to share with you in the way that you're expecting, it's because they're trying to put the pieces together really so they can come from a place that, you know, understands themselves. But like I said, they almost need you to wait on them to come back out of this place that is, you know, ready to share and ready to, I don't know, just they need to understand themselves first before they're ready for another person to try to understand them too. Because they've been through some situations that, like I said, have just confused where they think they're coming from. So they don't want to kind of put that on you. So this is coming from a selfish place, but also a very careful place in regards to other people and not wanting to, I think, mess things up in ways that they might have before with their own ego and just with their own mentalities about things. Because I feel like this person, like I said, has always kind of ridden on a high horse and kept their pride and focused on things that, you know, they thought that they had to focus on rather than the things they actually wanted to. But now that things are coming together and, you know, the wheels are turning, it's coming full circle to them, and they have the information they need to really actually fight these demons within them, they're going to start doing that. So group 1, I hope this tarot pick a card reading resonated for you guys about the truth behind their actions. So if it did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Of course, subscribe to my channel for future readings. I have extra pick a card readings on my Patreon or offer personal readings on my Instagram. So check that out if you are interested. Otherwise, I will see you guys in a later video. Peace. Alrighty, group 2, let's get started with today's pick a card tarot reading about the truth behind their actions. Let's place your cards and dive on into it. We have Chiron, Neptune, Uranus, and Scorpio to get us started. So this person is definitely triggered right now. Anytime I see Chiron, it's just, that's the energy of being triggered to me. So with Neptune, you know, there's healing involved. This is a very basic way to look at it, but honestly, I feel like this person is probably pretty new to their healing journey, or at least maybe not new, but I feel like what they're going through right now is definitely a newer thing to them, and I think it's confusing them a little bit, but at the same time, they're coming into their own power. Now, going through that type of awakening transformation, I think, can be really scary and nerve-wracking to this person. So they keep being like surprised by maybe their own inner desires, their own inner pulls, and they're just kind of shocked, I think, by what they're figuring out. Because Scorpio, Uranus, this is like insights that are so deep, but they're so true to the human existence at the same time. You know, being awakening energy with also Scorpio, which I would definitely pair that with awakening. This is totally just being shaken from your core and being kind of like, all right, you got things to do, and you just got to do them. And I feel like this person is really coming off uninhibited, but it's almost like this inner force within them that is like pushing them to do these certain things. And I feel like, you know, you might feel like this person is kind of like, I don't know, like running you over with maybe what they're doing. That can be big Scorpio energy, but it's all for their own healing and whatnot. And I feel like sometimes other people's healing can trigger other people's healing, you know, like it's just like a domino effect is what I'm hearing. So I feel like with this person, maybe some of the things that they say and do are triggering to you as well. This could be big mirroring energy, but you know, all of it is for a good reason. You know, I don't see Neptune and Uranus and this kind of spread without it being like a higher purpose that these people are doing what they're doing. So yeah, I mean, I feel I feel like this person is really kind of shifting the blame from themselves onto, I don't know, not even shifting. It's like more so transforming that blame into something else. And I feel like that can be really weird to people. Like sometimes people don't understand when people like just genuinely are trying to forgive and heal and do that kind of thing and do it their own way. And I feel like that's where this person is coming from, is like they're very true to themselves right now and true to this higher active of being, really, that, like I said, that has been triggered. So they're doing things that are in alignment with that are kind of weird, I think, to a regular person to see. And that might be why you're inquiring about what the heck this person's doing and why they're doing it, because something about like their energy, like I was saying, is kind of weird. And it's also can be very triggering because it's meant to provoke new ideas within the masses and within people. So something too, the dreams just popped out. So if you're dreaming about this person, there is definitely a message within that. There's definitely healing that happens within the astral plane too. So keep that in mind. You know, anything that's happening in your dreams can be very telling too of maybe the connection you guys have going on and like your role within their healing and vice versa. So we have 6 of Vials, 4 of Tomes, the Shadow, Temperance. Oh my goodness, I always pull so many cards on accident. The Fool, and the Creator of Candles. This person does seem very unstoppable. They seem like they're really committed to do the things that they feel like they need to do. You know, there's, once again, with the higher reasoning is showing up here very, very often, actually. The Creator of Candles, even the Fool, the Shadow, the Temperance, all of this is very, you know, going after something bigger than yourself, because it's like you're motivated to do it from a soul level. And it's like when you have something on a soul level, you're fearless. It's so okay for you to just choose to do it, because, you know, it's not fearless in the sense of there's no fear present, but it's like you choose to just move past it because you know better. And I feel like this person may often connect with their ancestors from, you know, the 6 of Vials here, or just maybe understanding their past energies, and they've healed kind of the cloudiness that was around them. So at this point, you know, they have a very, very clear understanding on top of not only maybe what they have gone through for their healing, but on top of that, like understanding their own supernatural powers too, is what I'm getting here. Like this person definitely has some psychic gifts. And even if, you know, you don't understand them, because I feel like you may not, because this is still pretty new to them, so they're still trying to get a hold on it. You know, that can be really confusing to other people. And with the Shadow here and Temperance, it's almost like this person shows up how they have to and not always how they want to, because, like I said, there is a higher thing involved. And I think this person really likes to be, you know, loving and nurturing and really a stable person, but sometimes life calls for them to pull away from things, I think, and move on to situations and matters that fulfill them. And like I said, work with a higher energy within them, you know, their soul energy. And this is honestly a really unique energy to see here, because while you have that carefree energy, there's also, it's almost like this person has a very spiritual path to go on with this Shadow here. And the 4 of Tomes says that they're keeping it kind of tight to themselves. You know, they're really not willing to shift where they're going for anybody. You know, they're going to do what they have to do. And the truth behind their actions is that they're not going to stop doing this. They're not going to, you know, put a break in any type of activity or anything like that. Like, they're not going to hold themselves back, basically, from being exactly what they feel like they need to be in a situation. And it's, like I said, it's almost a need greater than them. They almost don't understand that they have to do some of the things that they have to do, but it's okay, because it's all coming together anyways. And, you know, with this person, they often times get messages, I think, that are really going back to that weird energy. Like, they're just weird, but it's them taking their power back. It's them holding on to their own power and using it for what it is and what it can be used for. But in order to do that, you have to kind of activate this more primal energy of Scorpio. And even with the Shadow here, like, this feels very primal to me, this depiction of the devil. So again, like, this person understands, I think, the duality that's required for certain spiritual paths, you know, like a lot of powerful spiritualists are people that don't just, you know, love and light everything. They're people that jump after their goals and really are willing to kind of go out on a limb and say unique things and be that unique person in a crowd. And I think that's why you know, have really, like I said, been triggered by this person probably in the past, because how can you not? When somebody is always pulling things out of left field, it's like, it's almost hard to trust this person, I feel like, but it's like this person is trusting something higher than themselves. And that's why it's weird, because like not a lot of people move through their lives that way, but this person, like I said, has kind of drawn back into that part of themselves that had to figure out how to guide themselves with a power bigger than themselves, because that's part of their path. And because of that, they're, like I said, they're not willing to budge or really shake their route. We have 10 of Cups, the Magician, and 7 of Swords. Interesting. I feel like the truth behind this person's actions is also that they don't feel very safe, I think, sharing the things that they share with everybody. Like, I think they have a lot of, like, wisdom that they just kind of put out there, but the actual depth of this person is not seen by a lot of people. And I'm kind of getting that here with this 7 of Swords. I think this person has really been wronged. And it's funny because, like, you know, this card can normally go either way of, like, who it's about, but I feel like this person has been wronged, and that's why they keep to themselves, and that's why they have this dutifulness to their own power. Because if you're not, I don't know, like, if other people are taking away your power, which is what I'm seeing here by, like, this is like taking your energy, taking away, I don't know, like, it's almost misunderstood energy too is what I'm getting here. Like, when another person is kind of doing mental gymnastics with you and not communicating with you in a way that's, like, fair to both of you, that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up here, which is weird because I don't know, I normally feel this energy, like I said, it goes, like, either way, but I just feel like this person really didn't do too much wrong. Like, they were just trying to stay in alignment with what made them happy, and other people haven't liked that. And like I said, that triggers other people, that makes them feel a certain type of way because other people aren't like that. They don't listen to their intuition. They don't, you know, heal the things that they need to heal when they come up. They just kind of run from them. And this person has maybe carried the weight of other people's burdens for so long. And like I said, now that they've gotten out of that illusion of them having to do that, they're like, I am going to channel this energy better. They can probably better pick up on other people's energy too. So, you know, again, with the Scorpio devil energy, I find it funny how it's all, like, on this end of the reading. You know, you see they don't want this energy by them because, you know, like, I'm reading over here, like, they don't want this energy by them. They're like, I'm going to heal this energy and I'm going to, you know, use my own inner power, my own inner wisdom, and deal with this on probably, like, a spiritual plane, the astral plane, instead of, like, really going out there and, you know, having to do the extra work for other people, because that's what this person, I feel like, has ended up doing so many times for other people. So now they're just, like, almost reckless in the way that they kind of command their energy with this Magician here. They're, like, basically just saying, like, what it is and just kind of leaving it at that. And it's like, this is kind of like a mic drop to me is what I'm getting at. So this person has that mic drop energy, but it's because that, like I said, like, they're going after their own hopes and dreams and something that is gonna help all of the people around them. You know, I see this with the rainbow. For whatever reason, that made me think of, like, pride energy. So, like, unity, you know, like, you want to be inclusive with the kind of light that you can bring into this world. And I feel like this person maybe didn't get that opportunity to share their light in a way that was really fair to them before. So now that they have found a way that they do it, which is, like they said, this mic drop energy, they're gonna do it that way. And, like, honestly, why wouldn't you? Like, if you can just kind of say what you can say and you know that eventually people will get it, you know, normally with Uranus and Neptune, that's more of, like, an after the fact understanding. So this person is, like I said, they're willing to share. They're gonna do it their own terms, though, and I think that's the truth behind their actions, is that they've earned this. Honestly, they've earned this kind of respect from the world around them, and as you probably see, they are very happy with what they've created. You know, I feel like other people may view this person as like being greedy or taking too much or not giving people enough time, but it's like, you know, maybe that's a perception of like like why they're doing what they're doing, you know, like they're not trying to do that in a way to make other people feel bad. I feel like I was saying, like they just want to use their inner power and not have to give so much of themselves in order to get back things in return too. So for extra cards, we have the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So back of the deck is Three of Pentacles. Oops, Three of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, this person is really building up a good inner harmony and inner peace. You see the Two Cups over here with Temperance. So yeah, I feel like they're really working on maybe making it a more personal level thing too with their healing, but it started out on the outside and really what they let in, the kind of energies they let in, the kind of insights they let in, you know, they had to really tune in and tune out certain things, and because of that, it's, you know, sparked a new inspiration within them that's kind of like pulling them in different directions, and because of that, you know, they're going to continue to do things that, you know, may strike a chord in other people, but at the same time, it's going to pull in the right people. And that's what this person's intentions are. And if the right person doesn't get pulled in by it, you know, it's like the job was done. Like that's kind of what they were wanting. So they're not really as smug, I feel like, as they may come off. I feel like they're getting exactly what they're wanting from what they're putting out. And, you know, if that is a little weird to people or you even, like, I think it's a matter of you just kind of looking in yourself and seeing what this person showcases that is so weird and why it's so weird and why, I don't know, maybe how you could take that weird energy and put it in your life too. Because this person, I think, is trying to inspire you, and that's why they're even in your life. I know that's not what this reading is about, but the truth behind their actions is that they are an inspirational person. Even if they don't see it, even if they don't know that they're that inspirational, but, you know, they do things because ultimately it's meant to be inspirational to other people, and it's ultimately meant to get things shaped up a little bit and kind of get the ball rolling in a direction that this world is meant to go. Because once again, like I said, with the Neptune and Uranus, this is very worldly energy, but it's like otherworldly energy. It's like higher octave energy than what I think a lot of people are comfortable with. So this person may create a lot of discomfort, but like I said, nevertheless, it is for their own healing, for your own healing, for the healing of the world. So this is a very divine energy that you see with this person. And at the same time, it still is, you know, they're still a person. They still have their own desires, their own inner pulls that they have to like attend to, really. And like I said, while they may not understand it and while you may not understand it, I think you guys can all kind of see how it comes together and how there is some divine intervention at play here. And, you know, just that understanding alone can help you formulate respect for this person and maybe try to see things from where they're coming from too. So group 2, I hope this reading resonated for you guys. If it did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe to my channel for future videos. Extra pick a card readings are available on my Patreon account, of course, and personal readings I offer on my Instagram. So check that out. It is all linked down below. But this has been The Truth Behind Their Actions Tarot Pick a Card reading, and I will see you guys in a later video. Peace. Hello group 3, let's get started with today's pick a card reading, all about the truth behind their actions. So your specific person in mind, let's dive in to some hidden truths that they have. We have Venus, 8th house, Aries, and Aquarius. Okay, I was gonna say this person feels really individualistic and I don't know, almost like they don't really want to commit to anything, you know? Like something about Venus, Aries, Aquarius, it really doesn't want to be tied down. Yet part of it feels almost, I don't know, with the 8th house here, it's like, it's very invested in certain things. And I think this person, I don't know, I'm picking up a lot of like fiery energy. So with Venus here, this may be some extra feelings than maybe just like platonic. I feel like the truth behind their actions is I think this person is kind of into you is like what we're getting at, but they're also very self-possessed and maybe just very, I don't want to say selfish because it's not really the word for it, but I guess self-possessed is kind of where it where it ends, is like they know what they want, and that's kind of like where it ends. Like I said, like they don't really know how to connect with people, I think, on an intimate level, and they're kind of learning that through maybe these weirder pulls that they get towards people. And I don't know, I think they almost idolize the way that relationships could be, but then when they get to them, it's like, ooh, I don't know, like, this wasn't what I was expecting. But at the same time, you know, it can be self-imposed to this person, because it's like afraid of the dark almost. This person can feel, I think, a little bit, it's inhibited, but it's not. Like, they're inhibited when it comes to connections, but not on anything else. So I think that's kind of like the weird dynamic of this person and their energy, is like, the truth is, like, they are kind of conflicted too on like maybe how to connect and how to really relate to people on a deeper level that, I don't know, that still allows them their personal freedom at the same time, because they really want to share themselves and share, you know, their common interests and goals with other people, but at the same time, they don't want to be held back, like I said, by other people. So let's see what else we got going on. We have Ace of Candles here, Seven of Tomes, and the Explorer of Bells. So like I was saying, like it's being really driven and kind of headstrong. You're really focused on a specific goal and the ideal, really, with the Aquarius here in Aries. You know, this is being aware of like a higher standard and really pushing all of your might to that. Even with the Ace of Candles here with the Venus in the 8th house, it's like wanting to see something exactly how you envisioned it, but maybe not being open to watching it unfold all the way. Like you're going to continue to do the work and kind of see what you personally can do, but also like handing the torch to other people is also something that I get from the Ace of Candles a lot. And I feel like this person doesn't know how to do that. Like they just don't know how to pass off this torch of love basically to another person in a way that is like, I don't know, it's like committed. Seven of Tomes is wanting to be the best, but just never really feeling like you amount to what you should. And I think, you know, part of this person's issue, like I was saying, is this whole ideal that they have in their head really kind of reaches out past, I think, what this person has actually done and been capable of. So you see how that can kind of like almost inhibit you from being able to actually do things, because it's like when you try to ground that idea, something has to happen. You know, you got to lose some things along the way, and maybe some of your independence along the way, if this is like a, you know, somebody that's trying to commit or whatnot. But this can be even just like a friend or somebody that is just really wanting to take things to the next level with you, open up more and just share. Honestly, it can be any kind of relationship where they just want to open up and share more, but they just simply don't know how to, because they're so self-protective and so self-governed at the same time that they're just like, they're not willing to, I don't know, go to the deep places, really, that intimacy and that, you know, deep connection is really needed, that commitment. So I think this person, honestly, a lot of their hidden truths kind of boil down to them having to stay on track, stay in, you know, on their plan. But I don't know, like, how much is their plan actually really working out for them is kind of where I'm coming from right now. Because this whole energy of just being really self-proclaimed and like I want to say aware, but at the same time, you know, if you're avoiding commitment, there's a part of you that isn't aware or wanting to connect with a part of yourself, because that's what other people are, in my opinion. You know, they just show you other parts of yourself, and that's where that connection comes from. So this person is like not really wanting to meet their evil twin. That's kind of the 8th house energy, is what I always say, is when you get up all the way to the 8th house, it's like you gotta see that the person that you chose to get in a relationship with in the 7th house is now the person that is the opposite of you, really. They're showing you qualities of yourself, and this person is like, you know, they're doing the work and they're doing their self-work, but if they were to get into that kind of intimate place, it's like almost like it's going to stop their work. But I don't think it will. So it's like they want to be chased in a way at the same time, but I don't know how well that works out for them. 2 of Cups, the World in reverse, Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. we're just gonna, okay. Four of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. So Swords energy, Pentacles energy, this person really isn't trying to go deep. Like, the only card that they have for like really going deep you have is like this Two of Cups here. And this is like, you know, that, like I said, that initial connection you see here with Venus, like, oh, there's a spark. And then it's like this karmic cycle almost repeats for this person, where it's like, hey, don't forget to pass the baton. Don't forget to, you know, like, share some of yourself and stuff like that. And this person is like, oh God, I don't know if I can do it. And when they go to do it, they all of a sudden realize that they don't want to do it. And then it's like, they're met with like a block because nobody can really go any deeper, and then they want to command it because it's like, this isn't any deeper, but it's like you're being commanding and cold and nobody wants to dive in deeper with that. Oh God, this is kind of a silly energy here. Like, this person, like, this just kind of tells a tale to me of somebody that really is just kind of trying to cycle through the same actions and expect a different result. When you have fours in reverse, that's always something to me that's like, you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And maybe this is like a newer connection with the Two of Cups being upright. You know, maybe you guys just haven't dove deeper, like I was saying, and like that initial connection is there, and it's like, okay, like, let's get the ball moving. But like I said, the World in reverse, it's like, can they really see this situation clearly as an opportunity for them? I don't know. I really don't think so right now. I think that they are kind of willing to maybe offer their hand, but not necessarily share and like actually connect with you in the way, which is like, the truth behind that is, I think, which is funny, I just pull this deck to find more cards for you guys, and we have Four of Pentacles in reverse again on the back. So yeah, this person really is feeling kind of stuck in their own ways of just protecting themselves, honestly, here. This is like Sun and Capricorn energy, but with it being reversed, it's like the shadowy side of it, where it's like really self-protected, like I was saying, but also you know, they're gonna commit to things outside of themselves that feel comfortable, that feel safe. And inside of this person, you know, it's like, it's less, I feel like, straightforward. It's less by the book, you know, because with this Queen of Swords energy and the Explorer of Bells, it's like, this person really, like I said, has a plan in mind, but things just don't work out to it, and then they're like not really sure where to go from there, because it's like, oh, this didn't work out, but it's like, it didn't work out because it's like a cycle that's trying to come up for you to like learn it. Oh my God, I'm like literally laughing at this right now, like not at them, but like kind of with them, because like I feel this, like when you just go through this certain situation over and over again, and it's literally just asking you to ignite your own personal power and to really choose yourself in a way that's selfless, you know. And it's like, with this person, the best way for them to do that is, like I said, to hand over that baton, to not only give people on like a physical level, and like, I don't know, like, how do I explain this? Gotta try to find like the best words for it. So you can do all of the acts to make a friend, you know. You can message them, you can randomly hit them up, you can ask them to hang out a couple of times, you know, etc., etc. But like, those are the physical acts that I'm talking about that they're willing to give. You know, you see here, you're willing to start the connection, but are you really willing to like accept when things need to go deeper and when things need more than just your, you know, brain? I think is kind of what comes up here, is like, this person needs to let down their practical side to really allow this spark within them to turn into something more. Because there's a lot of first energy here with Aries and like the Ace of Candles. It's like both of those are like the first fire energy. So with this person, it's like they get that initial spark, but then it's like almost too scary for them to really even figure out what to do with it, because, you know, like I said, they have this ideal in their head that things are supposed to go a certain way, and, you know, it's going to be scary for them to have to move past that. We have the Death card, and then, oh my God, the Four of Pentacles came out again, y'all. This person is stuck. They're just stuck in their own ways. They're stuck in trying to like keep their same energy and keep their same security. You know, they don't want things to change too much, but at the same time, they feel that things need to change. And that's where death is coming in, is like, they're slowly decaying because they're like, you know, keeping to themselves so much that it's like, I have to finally just pick, you know, what's working for me and what's not right now. And at this point, you gotta understand, I think, that this person, their truth, and just kind of the truth behind their actions is like they don't have all of the tools that they feel. And I think the hidden truth behind this person is that they don't feel like they have all the tools that they need, but they're figuring that out right now. And like I said, it's going to be very uncomfortable for them to kind of let go of their current situation and mindset and just like the way that they expect things to be in order for things to actually unfold the way that they like should and rightfully need to in order for them to kind of learn their karma here. Let's see what else we got for you guys. Actually, I want to use a different deck. Let's use the Astro deck for more insights on this person. Tell me more about their truth behind their actions for group 3. Ooh, hello, we got flyer. 5th house. So this person is really fun, and I feel like this person really wants to share that fun with you. But like I said, when it comes to that like deeper energy of really like, I don't know, like starting to fall for you almost. They're almost scared to share that with you, and like scared to go that deep and really be that person and take that opportunity, you know, that comes up, you know, sextile opportunity. This person doesn't want to, I feel like, come off also like an opportunistic person. They want to be, like I said, a self-directed person, somebody that's in charge of themselves, and they don't want to think that, you know, they're using anybody for anything. I think this person kind of has their own joy, and they're not really willing to, like, give anybody else that power, I guess, to, like, have any say over their own happiness. But like I said, at the same time, they're almost blocking these opportunities from being so self-protected. We have 11th house again, so that's Aquarius energy as well. So this person almost feels safer with friends. So maybe just the truth behind their actions is that they want to start off as friends. They want to be like kind of grow their friendship and kind of see if you guys have common interests and kind of common goals. They really just want to observe you, and I think this relationship before they actually take it deeper too, because you know they have all this other stuff going on, but then like when it comes down to you guys personally, you know, it just boils down to them having to really assess if this is the opportunity that they should take and that will align them with things that they still want to, and that they'll be safe to be themselves, and you know, that they're not going to lose too much in the process, because there's something about being afraid of like losing something here that really is holding this person back from, I think, exploring the depths of this connection and maybe, you know, the feelings that they have to it too, because I feel like there's a lot of feelings with this. I mean, 8th house, 5th house, Venus, like those are all intimate energies. So you may see that this person has a lot of really powerful feeling towards you, but it may just come off friendly right now. They may not share it very openly or really show you how deep that they're, you know, feeling all of this. But 12th house here, and then back of the deck being semi-sextile, allowing both of these being about just letting it happen. It's going to be a slow process for this person, you know, with all that Pentacles energy, but I think overall they're going to eventually just decide that it's time to kind of put this sword down and really connect where they want to connect. But it's going to take a little bit of a process for them to kind of, like I said, feel safe and feel like they're making the right choice. And when they feel like that is it, they may actually start to share, but they're also going to have to surrender, I think, to their own feelings. So that, like I said, will take time. Will take them kind of understanding what opportunity is presenting themselves to them and seeing it clearly for what it is rather than what they expect it to be, you know? Because sometimes if you are too much in your head and you have expectations for how you think things should go or how people should act, or you know, what a relationship is going to bring for you, you kind of block out the potential of everything else. And going from 11th house, I was thinking this earlier, is like, if you have an idea, it's great, that's fine, but like it has to be structured. And when you structure something down, you get to this 12th house energy where you start to surrender, and you realize that in order to make something manifest, it has to be like, it has to form constraints, which means it kind of loses a little bit of its essence. And, you know, for this person, their hidden truth is that, like I said, they're afraid of losing a little bit of their essence, they're afraid of losing their individuality. But ultimately, you know, this is an opportunity for them to learn how to healthily do that, and in a way that actually ignites more passion within them than I think this person has ever experienced. So Group 3, I hope this message resonated for you guys. If it did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe to my channel for future readings. Extra pick a cards are on my Patreon account and I offer personal readings on my Instagram. So check those out, link down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in a later video. Peace.